Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another edition of the Cover Up Show. Cover Up Show is designed to demystify the mystery surrounding the personality of the Muslim woman, giving her a voice and celebrating her. I am Rahmat Wasim. Today on motivational quotes. They say motivation doesn't last long. Well, so does bathing. That is why it is recommended to do it daily. We thank Zig Ziglar for such a wonderful quote. So we should motivate ourselves on a daily basis. Today we zoom into the life of a woman, a strong woman, a woman who has risen through all the odds to make a life for herself, impacting the people around her positively. She's a very humble person and giving. A counselor, an entrepreneur, and a mother. Hajia, welcome to Cover Up.
Thank you.
Thanks for honoring our invitation on such short notice.
Welcome.
Hajia, I've said a little about you, but we want to understand, who are you? Just share a little bit about your life with us.
Well, I was born to Rashid Ahmed Ali and Hajia Mr. Ali. She's a powerful woman, strong at heart. You know, she's amazing, and I take the opportunity to thank her for bringing me to life and then shaping my life as a Muslim woman. I grew up at Accra, Newtown, school that had my basic school at Northridge Lyceum.
Okay.
And then secondary school, I went to Swedo Secondary, Form 1 to Form 5.
Oh, okay. O-levels.
Yes, I did my O-level. Well, I had a few hitches. I couldn't pass very well, so I had to go to the sixth form. But I had to go to the private sixth form.
Oh, okay.
There, at that time, around the 90s, there was this school around Cambridge. It was around Kanishi. That's where I did my sixth form.
Okay.
There again, my results weren't so good. So I decided to get into computers. At that time, computer age was,
down.
It was just
Picking up.
So I enrolled at one computer training institute where I did my IMIS.
Okay.
Up to the graduate diploma.
So is that hardware or you're into software?
I was in both. It's web development, actually.
Okay.
That was my training. I'm being trained as a web developer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
But I switched.
Oh.
Okay, I worked, when I got married,
Mm.
my husband didn't want me to work for anybody because I worked with a computer firm around Kotubabi, Kim's Computers,
Okay.
software developers, and maintenance. We did hardware and all that. My boss, Abdul Nasser Seidu, was a very good boss, but he was in America. I was basically
the one running
the
show
place.
here.
So when I got married in 2001, my husband didn't want me to work for anyone. He wanted me to do something on my own.
Mm.
At that time, there was this computer, what do you call it, internet just came, and then I decided to open an internet cafe
Okay.
around Nima Runabout there. And it was good. I made an impact.
Growing up, what was your ambition? What did you want to become?
Honestly, I wanted to be in media. I wanted to be a media practitioner because I'm a very bubbly person. And I thought being in the media would, really portray who I really was. Mm. I wanted to be in the media.
As like a journalist, a broadcast
journalist, a broadcast journalist, or something related to the media.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then why the shift? Why pursue?
Well, I realized that I didn't get the right channel. I mean, I didn't get somebody to chaperone all the things that I wanted to do. I didn't get somebody to guide me. Mm. Though my mother was good, she didn't have guidance counseling on such.
In terms of the secular world.
Secular, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't get somebody to do that for me.
No, okay.
You understand me? Mm. I didn't get somebody to do
but that.
But
you persevered. I mean,
I did.
Some would have given up on even after 6 form.
I remember after I finished my O level, Mr. Asem, he used to be my mother's friend, colleague, or somewhere. They used to work together. I advised my mother that she enrolled me at the Ghana Institute of Journalism. At that time, journalism wasn't fetching.
Nobody wanted to be a
No,
journalist.
so my mother, no. I don't want my daughter's shoes to, to fade. I don't want her heels to erode. So she didn't opt. She didn't enroll me at the Ghana Institute of Journalism. At that time, my grades were okay. That could have taken me to the Ghana Institute of Journalism. But my mother didn't allow me to.
She felt it wasn't a career.
She wanted me to go
that
into.
has prospects.
Yes, at that time.
At that time. You've built up, you've moved on. You are now an entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
You're doing well for yourself. Tell us about your business.
Well, I run a shop at Makola. I'm selling electrical accessories.
Okay, so no more to the IT business now.
I'm not into IT.
Okay.
I'm not into IT. Well, I believe knowledge spreads across. It doesn't really matter where you attained your knowledge. You can have a degree in whatever, but doing something else. You need this, basic knowledge to be able to stand wherever you find yourself.
Okay.
To me, I don't know what somebody else thinks, but I think that acquiring knowledge would allow you to be able to do things. You have to be, you can be anywhere, wherever you find yourself. You just find yourself. You have to make sure you're impacting or making an impact with what you have positively, what you have learned in school.
What growing up? Did you encounter any challenges? You can share like just about 3 of them with us and how you overcame them.
Well, challenges are everywhere. And everywhere we find ourselves, we find challenges. But I have to be honest with myself. I had very good parents. I mean, I don't know how to. I never walked to school.
Wow.
I never walked to school. My mother had a driver who took me to school every day and picked me back from school.
Dadabi.
Yes, I was at Dadabi, honestly. I remember when I was in Form 1, I got sick and I was brought home. Around Circle, at that time, there was Sally Farmanko. I didn't know that you can't walk through the gardens. I didn't know because I never walked. I was always in the car. And somebody was telling me, hey, they're going to lash you. Why are you passing there? Unfortunately, I was caught. And I told them that I'm from Mali. I understand. I said I had to do something to just find a way of going. You see, so I had very wonderful parents.
I know, but we all go through a point in our life that makes us change a course that we're pursuing, or gives us some realization.
Well, I would say that was when I got married.
Okay. The decision to marry, or just being the
when I got married.
Okay. And the
that
changes that you had to make.
I had to
quitting your job and
yes, I had to, face the real challenge.
That was a huge sacrifice.
Yes, it was a huge getting married, leaving what I was doing, marrying my husband, and starting a new life was something different.
Yeah.
Because from where I came from, where I got to, there was a difference.
A difference, of course. Yes. Mommy and daddy, they are not there to
chaperone you
exactly.
So I had a few challenges, but honestly speaking, I'm proud of myself.
Of course.
For being able to get through them stage after stage, and then growing up
in it. What are some of the challenges? Maybe some of our young ones who are just getting into marriage.
When I got married, I had challenges with childbirth. It took me 6 years
before
I had to. I could have a child, and that was where I faced the real challenges. That was where I realized I had to sit up and pray. I do tahajjud.
Yeah.
Because I never had anything that would make me do tahajjud. Everything was at my disposal. So I realized I had to sit up and pray
closer to Allah.
To Allah. It made me understand that money cannot buy everything. You can have the money, but you cannot have what Allah has not given you.
Yeah.
I also came to realize that one has to be humble enough to attain whatever you need in life. Humility is key in whatever we do. I realized that when I was faced with challenges.
I
in
like the way
childbirth.
you process the childbearing issue. Instead of seeing it as a failure, instead of seeing it as a punishment, you took it as a trial,
Yes.
as something to test your faith,
Exactly.
make you subdue you,
Yes.
so that you appreciate the presence of a being, Allah,
Yes.
in your life, and
Exactly.
be humble to Him,
Exactly.
and seek His favor all the time.
Exactly. And when I did it with humility.
Mm.
I prayed to Allah with humility. I cried. I cried day in, day out. And whenever I see somebody that we got married around the same time, pregnant, I will cry.
Yeah.
It was hell. But honestly, when my prayer got answered,
Mm.
it was answered in a way that, everyone, I was marveled myself, because I had twins
At the first instance,
at the first instance.
lucky you.
Yeah.
Or same sex,
Same sex.
identical.
Yeah, they are not
They are
identical.
identical.
So it was something that made me realize that prayer is key for everyone.
And if you wait unto the Lord,
if
He
you
does
wait,
it
He will do it
amazingly.
and do it well.
to your,
Because
to your surprise.
yes. And I find myself here today because I realize that when you are challenged, that is when you need to sit up and think ahead of time.
Mm.
What next do I want after childbirth?
That's a good question.
Is that all after childbirth? Do I sit at home and look at my kids? Do I want to be a stay-home mom?
Or you want to
Do I
add
want to
something?
be a woman who is going to work hard? Because certain things that you might want for your children, maybe your husband might not be able to afford that.
Yeah.
So you need to help him. That is
So,
where,
so you went back into work after having the child?
yes, I went back to work
Okay, but on your own.
on my own because I need to do something on my own that would take me away from working for somebody.
How was it like? I mean, combining home and work.
It's not been easy. My mother has been there for me and still there for me.
Okay.
She has been my rock. She helps me a lot. She takes care of my kids when I'm away because
Okay.
what I do needs a lot of traveling because we
Okay.
travel a lot to solicit our things from
Outside.
Yes, and then we do supplies as well, corporate supplies. So
Okay.
you are always, sometimes somebody who needs something, you need to travel out and then bring it in.
Okay.
Or you have to ship them. It's a whole lot.
Okay.
So my mother has been my rock. She's a very strong person. I love her.
So throughout this moment, what inspired you? What's like kept you focused, kept you in check?
Well, what has kept me in check was the challenge of childbirth, as I said. And after that, I realized that as a woman, we are always, thrown to the background. And I realized, I spoke to myself, sometimes when I read the Quran, I realized that no, women are not supposed to be at the background. Our voices should be heard wherever we are. And for some reason or the other, I realized that people relate to me easily. People come and share their issues. When they have issues, marital, whatever, people feel I can talk to them and they get some kind of relief.
They're comfortable. Opening up.
So I decided to go into counseling.
Okay. So you studied counseling?
I'm still studying counseling.
Oh, okay.
I'm still a student.
Oh, okay.
So that I don't throw the person into something the person might think that, no. You might be counseling people, but you need a professional. If you need a professional touch, you need to acquire the necessary skills to do that. And that led me to counseling.
So the inspiration has been you not giving up, driving yourself.
Yes.
You inspire yourself more.
I inspire myself more. I also look at other people who have always given me inspiration. There's a woman we call Tai in the Yoruba community that people know her very well. She inspires me a lot. She has done so much for herself, and she inspires me with she's a very strong character. Okay. And people might not like her, but I do really like her because she's strong. She motivates me as a woman. That no matter your gender, as a woman, people shouldn't walk over you, no matter what.
No matter what, people shouldn't walk over you. Be man, be woman. My dear, I'm amazed. in spite of all the odds, all the challenges, you inspired yourself, you moved on. Any regrets?
Well, as human, we always look back and have regrets. I wouldn't say there haven't been regrets. I have regrets with not, getting to go to school the normal way, from going to university and all that. I had to go through, the back door. Well, I don't see it as a regret. It has made me learn on the job. I have been able to meet amazing people along the line in my course of work. I have been able to acquire knowledge out of school.
Yeah.
And it has helped shape the kind of person that I am today.
Wow. I like that bit. I mean, it's not everybody that must sit in the classroom, go through everything. I mean, you've made us to also understand that you can always make something out of your life. You don't really need all the necessary all the degrees and all that.
Yes.
It's an add-on.
It is an add-on.
If you don't have, you should be able to also make an impact.
Exactly. You can make an impact. You should be able to make an impact with your words, with your money, with whatever help that you can do to humanity.
But in these days, you can even study on your own.
You
The
can study on your
information
own.
is out there.
Exactly.
The internet is there. You can Google. You can go
But
to YouTube.
how many of our women on the market know Google? Some of them don't even have basic education. And that is the challenge that some of these people on the market find themselves. You see, they don't have the prerequisite skills to be able to do certain things for themselves. And most businesses collapse in the course as they don't know how to be able to, get things done the right way. And I realized the new trend that now they are making their children go to school, and then they, as a succession plan, they bring them back on the back on the market to help them. It's good, but we these are some of the things that they should have been, checked
at a point.
At a point. Because some people have so much money, they should be doing industry now. But they're still on the market selling one, yes. You see, as part of
the entrepreneur should be moving.
They should be moving.
And
they should, because as our president is saying now, this is one factory, whatever. I mean, if we have women who have that kind of money, I don't have. I'm just starting. But it's one of my dreams to be able to, So instead of talking about how many containers, you should be really looking at the market share. Yes, how much am I able to manufacture?
Yes.
Locally.
Produce locally. And how many people am I employing?
Employing. Exactly. Instead of importing. That is my long term,
Yeah. That's moving entrepreneurship into another level.
Exactly.
Sort of like seeing this tabletop, like you said, one-on-one.
Selling, importing and selling.
Looking at the market share, looking at how much we are, the people that we employ who have 1,000 workforce, then you're doing something.
Exactly.
You can't employ 1,000 workers with just importing.
If you don't have the kind of money, you can run into partnership and all that.
All these ideas.
These ideas are there.
Should
be put out there for other women who have the capacity to,
I think that brings in the organization that you are the president, the Amira.
Yeah.
Criterion.
Yeah. The Criterion is an association for Muslim women in business and their professions.
Okay.
And then these are some of the reasons why this association came into being. In fact, it started in Nigeria.
Okay.
But I read into what they do, and I realized that no, we need something like that here in Ghana. Because most of the women on the market are not, they don't have basic education. They don't keep their books well. They have a whole lot of challenges. So as a woman who wants to grow, why not, come into connection with other women who can help you grow?
Yeah. Building the network.
We have lawyers, we have accountants, we have businesswomen in there, we have bankers. So we interrelate. You know, a banker, you need something from the bank, quickly we'll do it for you. As a member, you have a legal issue with your supplier, something, you can quickly help, you know, and all that. So this network,
to solve that need that you realize about the market women,
exactly,
not having that knowledge.
And aside that, it helps us to know the deen.
Yeah,
as we come together, we know, we learn more.
You trade not outside the principles of Islam. You stay within.
Exactly. So we learn, and then we read the Quran every day. We explain what we have read on the platform, WhatsApp platform. We meet monthly, discuss texts in the Quran, how you understand it, because others have explained it the way they understood it.
And it relates to.
It relates to. And then what we do is that after that we relate the text that we have read to a modern day issue. And then we discuss.
So practicalizing the whole Quran.
And it's amazing when women come out and meet and talk about personal issues and all that. It's amazing.
It's also. It's a way of also bonding and solving your problems.
Exactly.
Very interesting. Hajia, would you say that success and religion goes hand in hand?
You cannot be successful, and you cannot be a successful individual without being religious. As I said, I realized I needed children. I realized I had to pray when they were not forthcoming. I realized I had to be more of a spiritual person than the normal person. So if you are not religious enough, I don't think you can be successful. You can't be successful. You
have that God factor.
You have to
keep you rooted.
Exactly, deep rooted, because as you were saying, you always, start your program with motivation. You will be motivated when you are religious. Just even doing adhkar alone keeps your heart away from certain things. You cannot cheat, per se.
Yeah.
Because you know that it is not good.
Yeah. And
your heart keeps telling you exactly. So being a spiritual person or being religious will make you successful. It's a promise from Allah.
Yeah, it's a promise from Allah. But how do you practicalize that? Is it like to keep you steady mentally, or being religious sort of, I don't know, brings you good deeds? You get more contracts when you're religious.
Allah has already.
Someone will say, to be in the game of business. I mean, it's a business. It's the world out there. This one has nothing to do with religion. I mean, you just have to make money.
You have to make money. But it should be in a halal way. It should be halal. You can't go and do something illegal and then, make money and then you'll be happy. If you're a religious person, your heart will not be at ease.
Yeah. Because your definition of success is not limited to the world that we are living in.
Yes,
success. It's not only the dunya. You're looking at success also in the akhirah.
There's this ayah in the Quran. وَمَا الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا لَهِبٌ وَلَهٌ وَلَا الدَّارُ الْآخِرَةُ الْخَيْرَةُ لِلَّذِينَ يَتَّقُونَ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. What is this world? وَمَا الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. What is this world?
You leave it and go.
You go one day.
Sorry. Passing through it.
Exactly.
So that's what guides you in your decision.
It guides me daily,
running
my daily business, that I wouldn't mind not sitting at my desk in my shop and doing something religious.
Yeah.
Because I always keep reminding myself that وَمَا الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا.
Yeah. I believe that informs your charity work. I mean, your donation and always giving and being out there to help people, not necessarily giving them money, but giving them even knowledge, yourself, your wisdom and sharing.
Exactly. I mean, after, I believe that there's much more in giving than taking. That is my philosophy.
Someone will say, baby, you give because you have.
Not money. I give my time. I give my love. I give the little knowledge that I have about anything that somebody asks me. I always want to make an impact on people that I am with. I mean, when I leave them and I'm not with them, they should feel my, they should feel my aura around them that, I miss her.
Okay.
That is how I am. I always want to leave an impact when I get close to people.
What would you say are some of the secrets to a successful life?
One, the first thing that we should know in life as a woman, as a man, is that you have to be spiritual and religious. No matter what, you should know your God. 2, you have to be humble. Humble enough to be able to, work with a team. 3, you should be patient, because success comes with a lot of patience. There'll be failures. And when you are down there, and I remember in 2016 2015, 2016, I had a lot of challenges. I couldn't pay some of my suppliers.
Wow.
I mean, I'm still paying debt. And I had a lot of challenges then. I go into my room and cry because there was no help from anywhere. And I had to, cry alone. And I had to be patient and talk to myself that it will pass away. Gradually.
It's only a matter of time.
Yes, gradually it will. So we have to be patient. And then 4, we should live within our means, not doing things that we think we can't afford. I mean, if you think you can afford something, don't do above
the
means.
habit of saving and spending
within your
budget.
means. Exactly, within your budget. And then 5, as human as we are, we make mistakes. We should learn from our mistakes. So these are the key things to success.
Thank you very much.
We've been inspired. And I will apologize for the short notice. Next time I will give you advance notice. Thank you. I'm truly, I've learned a lot. And I'm sure my viewers have also learned